Hi, everyone. Who here knows my previous company that I founded, Social Bakers? Hands up. Do you know? That's some original gangsters here. Thank you. So who here knows that all your competitors' ads are public through Facebook and other ad libraries? Hands up, who knows this? Okay, not wow, that's surprising. So I think news number one, your competitors' ads and your ads are all public, including reach. This is publicly available information. This is launched thanks to new EU ads transparency laws, and it's launched since February. It's also the same time we've launched Ravineo as a platform and our capability to make this data transparent. And we would like to show you what we've done with it over the last year. So as mentioned, what we can now do is what I would call absolute benchmarking. It's the first time this has happened, which means we can start blending organic paid and competitive paid together. What we can do also is use AI, which was not possible last year or the years before, to process this data and create immediate dashboards that would have taken weeks, hours, weeks, months, or even years, some of them. And I'll make an example of one that would probably take a lifetime to have been built, but now takes 1 hour thanks to the use of AI. So this is how our dashboards looks like. This is an example of a telecom French report, but the question is, what can you do with it? So today we can see impressions, reach, demographics for Facebook and Instagram, and we estimate spending data based on publicly available data. But today we're here to talk about what you can do with this and how you can leverage this. Of course, one of them is building a simple competitive dashboard report. One of the ways our clients has used this is IKEA. IKEA competes with a wide variety of competitors, old and new. So on the old side, it's of course has its own traditional brick and mortar competitors. But on the online side, it has both old-timers and newcomers like Temu. And Temu advertises intensely. And when it comes to a market, it takes it by storm. So what IKEA needed to know is what percentage of these ads of Temu are home and home furniture ads, in the, of course, the smaller category. So Amazon and Temu combined have millions of ads. In fact, tens of millions across when you look across Europe. So what we did is we leveraged generative AI to categorize these ads, not only in the home furnishing category, but actually many subcategories as well, allowing us to do instant reporting for IKEA and its own ads, but also allowing to do instant reporting for the competitors and take out the 80% of reach that's not relevant to be compared across these categories. So what would have literally taken years or maybe a lifetime to categorize and complete using armies of people, and it would be financially unfeasible, took us an hour to finish this dashboard to process the AI in the AI data centers. It's the first time, to our knowledge, this has been used in this kind of huge scale. One of our other competitors is Samsung. It's one of our first super integrated customers. And they use the dashboard for multiple marketing and also trade marketing use cases. So one of the obvious ones is, of course, building the dashboard out, but also categorizing that dashboard into categories. So Samsung isn't, in a way, one company. So if they want to look at themselves or their competitors, this takes one click, essentially filtering categorically how much have they spent across mobile, wearables, which for them is one, two subcategories of the same teams, then home appliances, TV. Those are different marketing teams inside of Samsung. So they each get their individual report with one click, all filtered for themselves and all their competitors. Again, 1 year ago, these AIs that could do this didn't exist. If you wanted to do this manually, you couldn't have. We are talking about hundreds of thousands of advertisements. This today is available, and in few clicks we have this. But not only can we do this, Samsung also is looking at its own partners. it's telecom partners, it's e-commerce partners, it's selling partners. And it's looking not only how they're promoting them, but how they're co-promoting their competition. Because they want to be number one in their trade and partner channels. So they can immediately see, one of my partners and telcos has ran a co-marketing campaign bigger with one of my competitors. I better go talk to them and settle this right away. So these are like just some of the capabilities that are possible with the use of publicly available data, and of course of also these ad libraries and the use of AI. But one of the coolest thing is, it started by when we added TikTok. We currently have Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, and TikTok. But when we added TikTok, TikTok ads often don't have texts, which means to categorize them into subcategories or categories, we need to categorize video. Now, only one generative AI model can actually analyze video, which means does the subtitles, but also does frame-by-frame analysis. And we started playing with this categorization more and more and more over the last 6 months. And we quickly realized this is not one product that can be done from it. And of course, quickly tried testing it on influencers, kind of the new, both organic and like boosted and paid channel. And influencers becoming, of course, more and more important in the scene of marketing, mixing it together with your own campaigns and the influencer campaigns. But also, it's a world that is not transparent, a world there where, you know, a lot of the ads just disappear in 24 hours and are not available because they're stories. So you don't actually really know what that influencer that you're working with or that you want to work with has actually done. So on top of this, as a second module of the Ravineo analytics platform, we gave Samsung the visibility over all of its influencers. We use these AI models to basically detect every single brand that's in there. And it will not detect logos. It'll detect a product. It'll detect a product if it flies by 1 second. So the accuracy rate is over 90%, which if you do influencer packages, usually you do like 2 plus 10, two reels, 10 stories. So if it catches 8 out of those 10, it's perfect, or 9 out of those 10, it's perfect. So when we started doing this, we're publishing a beautiful influencer report next week in Adweek. I encourage you to look at that. But this is also, it's probably some of the coolest methods that AI can be used in analytics. And you have full visibility of these influencers, what they're doing, who else are they working with. And we found many case studies where our clients that work in the chocolate food industry, for example, found that the influencers working with an e-cigarette company, which is kind of like a little bit illegal, so they canceled the cooperation. So it's also a way of checking brand safety elements of the people, of the influencers that in a way represent your brand. So Ravineo, we want to become like the new Nielsen 2.0 of digital analytics. This is just 2 of our kind of core modules, but we are building in organic analytics. We are building in all sorts of other channels. So I think please watch us carefully over the next months and years. We want to turn this into a very nice, helpful assistant for every marketer. So when a marketer thinks, I want to do analytics, call Ravineo. And last but not least, I can't come empty-handed for you. So basically today, as of right now, we have put out the first and exclusive top advertiser report on our website, ravineo.com. You will get 2 things when you log into this. You will get a free demo access for our platform, but also you will get a free French report. When you put in your email on this QR, you will get it will approve, and in 15 minutes you'll get an invite. Just when you get that invite, just log in and click on the right. There's a report section, and you will download this free report. It has the top advertisers and top categorical advertisers for YouTube and for Meta, so Facebook and Instagram. So who's interested, and we can also share it with the Hub people so they can share it widely to you guys after. We will be releasing these reports more frequently, but this is our very first one. So with that, thank you very much. Find us around. We'll be around. Thank you.